Starting the journey to Hong Kong, hopefully in a way that it's not going to be continued because the train is delayed. Now there's 3 or 4 travel nodes before I get to the airport, so hopefully this isn't just the beginning of a domino effect and it's going to mean that I miss my flight. Fingers crossed. The train has developed a fault, which is one of the exciting things that happens when you're on the way to the airport. Fingers crossed it's going to be sorted out quite quickly because we've got some leeway built in time-wise, but not a huge amount. Quick update, that train never moved again, but we're getting on the one behind, so that's half an hour down. That train was further delayed. We're now running about an hour late. Made it to the Heathrow Express, still only an hour behind. So today is the day after the US election. Americans are still trying to come to terms with it, but even in Hong Kong it's going to be the only thing they're going to be talking about. Particularly in a room with socially responsible businesses who want to know what it's going to mean for global climate change issues, how are they meant to respond if they're based in the US, promote diversity within your workforce when you've got a polarised society. Those are issues that apply to Hong Kong, not just America, so they're very much going to be in focus right now. You know, part of me is optimistic about the Trump thing, because I think he has no intention of being as bad as he described himself in relation to a number of issues. So I'm expecting it to be bad, I'm expecting it to be unhelpful, but not as bad. Does that mean anything? Does that help? I think the other thing we realised was just how much of a social media bubble we live in. You know, you have two sides split down the middle. I certainly saw plenty of people who were looking at their own Facebook feeds and saying how completely obvious it was that Hillary Clinton was going to win by a absolute majority, and then tuning into Fox Radio and hearing people saying exactly the same about the other side. Just arrived at the first community business pre-event, through a very lovely walk, through very lovely bits of Hong Kong, very lovely bits of greenery, really hot, a little bit sweaty, but anyway. So the plan of action for this morning is that there's a gathering of community business partners. We're going to be talking to them about what they do, welcoming them, talking to them about why partnership with them is so important. It's just one of those little essential bits of preamble to the main events that happen tomorrow and the day after.
A very warm welcome to you. Lovely to see lots of familiar faces. Again, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, just a month or so ago, here in Hong Kong on his way back from the G20 summit.
This is Kate from Community Business Hong Kong. What's this morning's event about?
This morning we're holding a partner summit for all the organisations that we collaborate with. We recognise that we can't do the great work that we do on our own, and that we need to extend the reach of what we do and partner with experts and leaders in the field. So this is an opportunity to come together and share some of the things that we're doing and find out what they're doing in the region.
So we just finished the lunchtime session and I'm now off to have a quick tour around Hong Kong, which is looking at areas which are specifically of relevance to the LGBT history of Hong Kong. So we'll quickly off of that tour and then back again for the speakers session late afternoon. So the fact that the focus of this tour is going to be LGBT, it's fairly typical. Community business has had a strong diversity strand and LGBT has always been a huge part of that. Made it to the tour just in time.
The famous Mallen case in Hong Kong. He was a policeman, and in 1978 he was actually suspended, almost fired from the police service because he was caught performing homosexual acts. This gentleman, the people of our generation in Hong Kong, everyone stayed here during
So that's the tour over, back of the British Council now. Fascinating way to see a city, going around hearing about all the LGBT relevant history of the place. And so speakers are starting to arrive for the speakers briefing where we get told about all the practicalities, about where we need to be and what we're doing and who the audience is and all those sorts of things. Just been having a discussion about how you get the senior business leaders engaged with the movement, because business in a community in the UK, which is where I came from, one thing we did very successfully was getting the senior business leaders involved on the board level and at the governance level of the organisation. And that's something that when you're travelling to different countries of the world, they find really hard to do, because the senior guys delegate downwards all the time. Holding the line can be a very tricky thing. And that's one of the challenges they face here, it's one of the challenges that they face elsewhere. And it's absolutely pivotal, getting the senior guys engaged. And one of the things we've got tomorrow is a round table with some of the more senior guys. So that's going to be a theme that I take up with them. So end of speaker session, off now to the airport hotel, which is where the conference is happening. I'm here with one of the key organisers here, Matthew.
Hello.
Matthew is looking after my session to make sure I stay on the straight and narrow, so I pity him big time. Anyway, it's been a really, really good day, lots of things going on, but tomorrow's going to be fantastic. So this is taxiing Hong Kong style, so there's me, plus another, plus another, plus another in the back of his taxi.